Hey everybody, it's Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY, and today is Sunday and it's beautiful here. Nice sunny day. In fact, Carl's on his way out the door as we speak. Today we are going to make this cute Christmas tree. It's got a little burlap base, and in the base is sand, so it will stay up nice and tall for you. And here is just a stick from my yard. So I think the whole thing cost less than $2. The sand was free because I just went to the beach and got the sand. Let's get started. I took 3 different size triangles and I put them together and made this Christmas tree template, if you will. You can, after you get it made, you can fold it in half and make sure that both sides are even. Trim it up a little bit if it's not, and this is what we're going to use to make our Christmas tree pattern. Now I am going to glue everything together, where this one, if you can look really close, it is sewed around the edges, but not everybody has a sewing machine or is good with the needle and thread, so we're just going to try gluing it today. Let's see how that works. I have the prettiest flannel. It just looks Christmassy to me. It's got red and green in it and white and I think a little yellow. So we're going to use that. And look at your fabric. It has a right side and a wrong side. This is the wrong side up because I am going to put my marker around the edge of this, and I don't want it to be on the outside. So this is going to be on the inside, and I'm only going to trace this once. I'll double the fabric and then cut the 2 sides out together. But not without glasses. Okay. Try to line it up as straight as you possibly can. I know my fabric looks a little wonky. We'll try it. Just go around the edge. And I have used this template over and over again, so it's nice to only have to do it once. I have a little tote, the kind that you put scrapbook paper in, and I have it full of different templates and patterns that I've used, because a number of times, well, most times, I always have to go back and find that particular one to make more. So instead of having to keep remaking your template, just save it. Okay. Almost. Woo. All right. I love Sundays. They're just so peaceful and relaxing. I don't have a whole lot to do on Sundays, so that's nice. Okay, so I have my Christmas tree. Let me get all my stuff out of the way. Gee whiz, I got it everywhere. I have my Christmas tree cut out. It's upside down, I know, but we're gonna double it and cut them both out together. So if I just fold my fabric like this, get it off the table here. There. Can you see that? Kind of, sort of? There. It's 2-sided, and I'm going to cut the sides out together. Again, I need my glasses. Glasses on, glasses off. And I'm going to turn this so it's easier for me to cut it. Don't make things harder than they are. If you're drawing and it feels uncomfortable with your arm or your hand's not in a right place, your project's not usually going to come out well. Always turn it, make it so you're comfortable when you're using scissors, using a paintbrush, anything like that. I am going to try to cut just on the inside of my black line, so you will not see it when my project is done. I just bought these scissors. These are not really great fabric scissors, but any pair of scissors, when they're brand new, even the $5 ones, cut fabric really well. Good morning, baby. Were you outside playing? Were ya? Carl dog. All right. So move it again to be comfortable to where I'm cutting. You hear that beeping? Dryer's done. Normally I have all my laundry done on Saturdays, but we were so busy yesterday. It was, big football game, so we were busy with that. And then I did some small business Saturday shopping. That was fun. Okay. I like these scissors. They're really nice and sharp until I go to cut paper with them. And then it will dull them quicker than anything. Okay. Almost there. I might have to trim it up a little bit because I noticed you can still see some of my black lines after I cut it. I doubt if it'll be real noticeable because there's some black lines in this fabric. I didn't plan that, but hey, go with it, right? All right. Just a little bit more to go. If you're not good with cutting out or with drawing templates, find somebody that is, or just practice with it. I just took 3 sizes of triangles and placed them on top of each other, drew around them, and then cut out my template. And you can see that, where is my template? I used real expensive paper, leftover newspaper, works like a charm. Okay, so here are, get my newspapers back around. Here are my 2 shapes, okay? Now, you wanna make sure that the outside, or the outside of the fabric, not the inside of the fabric, are facing out, because we're not going to sew this and turn it around. So you want it to be right sides out from the get-go. Okay. Hi guys, how's it going? We're making Christmas trees. My husband right now, bless his heart, is finishing up the outside decorations. Every year I come up with more things that I want, and he is such a good egg. He will just do it. This year I took some, I'm sure you saw it on different blogs, tomato cages where you turn them upside down and take the prongs that are supposed to go into the ground and you tie them together at the top, and that makes the top of your tree. And then you just go around it with the fake evergreen garland. And the garland I have actually had lights built in with it. So I think they were like $10 a strand, and it took 2. So for $20 plus the $3 for the tomato cage, I've got these cute Christmas trees. I only have 3 this year. I kind of want to break him in slowly. If I put too many at once, he'll refuse to do it. And I don't want that. Okay, let's get started gluing. Now, on my template here, I made 2 marks. Those are where I don't want to glue, but I want to glue all around everything else. I need this space open so I can stuff it with fiber fill. And my fiber fill is just, it's a polyfill. It's just cheap stuff. I think I paid $2 for this. So it doesn't really matter the polyfill that you use for this. It's not going outside. So you don't need an indoor-outdoor polyfill. I'm going to start at the top and just do down one side and go a little at a time. I'm going to leave like a little border, so I'm not putting my glue all the way to the edge. I'm putting it just in a little bit, so it's going to have a little, I don't know, where you can see the little pieces are coming apart. So it has an edge, and you can actually take and fray these edges out. I think that would look even cuter. I didn't take the time to do that. Okay, so let's go. Oh, this is working really well. I'm gonna go in and through here. And I'm not putting a whole lot of glue on, just a thin line of it, because you don't want it to, come on. to be real hard and clumpy. There we go. I didn't want to lay down right. Okay, let's see if it stuck well. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, let's do this side, and I'm going to do a little at a time because when I tried to do more than a little, then it didn't lay down right for me. So let's just do a triangle at a time. Okay, there's the first one, and this is really going well. In fact, if I would have known this, I wouldn't have sewed all those other ones. I am not going to lie, sewing is kind of a skill that you have to learn. It's not something that most crafters want to tackle because it's expensive. You know, you have to keep maintenance up on your sewing machine, and you have to buy the threads and the bobbins and everything that goes with it. So the startup on sewing is not really cheap. Okay. And why sew if you can hot glue it? Okay. Oh yeah, that's sticking pretty good. Oh, except for right there where I put my finger through it. That's not sticking so good. Okay, now it is. I might have to re-glue certain parts, we'll see. Okay, and then I'm going to leave my opening down here. I am using a Surebonder glue gun. I got it at Walmart. It wasn't very expensive, but it really does the job nicely. Okay. Oh, hot. I always burn myself. Okay. Now, before I get to stuffing this, I want to show you what I did. I bought this fabric, and it has a bunch of like little rectangles all over it with different words. Do not open till Christmas, Jingle Bells. And I cut some of those out, and I had sewed them on my Christmas trees. So I'm going to do the same to this, but I'm going to glue it. Let me find my opening here where I started. No, it must be down here. Yes, you can see where I have cut some things out. Oh. Where'd I go? Here we are. See, I had already cut some things out, and I kind of want to stay in that area. I don't want to use up a lot of this and then find a project I want to do later and then I don't have enough. So let's do the Jingle Bell square. It's more of a square than a rectangle. Yeah. And I'm just going to glue that on the front. It just gives it a little added extra. I like to do that with just about everything. Why have simple little things when you can have a lot of embellishment on it? Okay. I'm just going to set that right there. Oh, I got it too close to the edge, so now I'm going to just cut my corner. Uh-oh. One moment. He's always got to talk to the neighbor dogs. What do you do? Okay, I'm just gluing the rest of this on. There we go. And I cut that corner a little bit, but I think it makes it look a little more rustic. Super cute. I love it. All right, now we're gonna stuff this out with my fiberfill. And I don't know if you've ever used fiberfill. Ooh, this is really soft. You don't want to take big clumps of it and just shove it in. You kind of want to separate it out a little bit so it's not all lumpy. Oh, come on, open. There we go. Okay. And you might need like a long handled paintbrush or something to push it all the way into the corners. And of course I didn't bring that out, but I can use my scissors or the stick that I plan on using. This is the stick I plan on using for the base. And it's just a stick I got out of my yard. But, oh, it's working really well. Just kind of want to put it in a little at a time so it's not all clumped. And get it into all of your little corners. Oh, yep, I got a little breakthrough right here, so let's glue that. I figured I would have a couple. Okay. Oh, hot, hot, hot. There. Okay, so I got the top done. Get out a little more. Break it apart. So I kind of want to do this video nice and slow because if I get done too soon, then I got to go outside and help. Don't tell them. Okay, I'm going to take these off for a little bit. Oh, okay, there we go. Sounded like it tore for a minute. I was like, no. Yep, right there. So I'll get some fiber fill in there and then I'll re-glue that little piece. Still, even though you're re-gluing bits and pieces, way easier than sewing. Okay. Oh my goodness. This one is going to be super cute. Now for the base, I use sand in a sandwich bag. And I already have some of that put into my bag. I'll show you here. I just used sand from our beach and I put it in a sandwich bag. Took all the air out as much as I could and then closed it. That's going to be in our base here. So it stands up nice and tall and doesn't flop over. Sand is like, I think, one of our biggest commodities around here. We have a ton of it. Okay, glue that little piece. There we go. Tap it down with the stick, that way I don't burn my fingers. Huh, who knew? Now you can really stuff this thing out as thick as you want it. I like it just nice and fluffy. I just dropped something on the table or on the floor. I have no idea. Okay, this might be the last of my fiber fill that I need. We'll see. I got a big old hole. How did I lose that? Okay. Stay. Maybe I just have to hold it for a minute. There we go. And then do this little corner out here. And that is, I think all I need to do. No, I still need a little bit more in this corner. My mom used to knit little gingerbread dolls. They were about this big. And this kind of brings me back because I remember helping her stuff those. But we used old bits of clothing because we didn't have fiber fill. I mean, that wasn't, unless we tore apart an old pillow. I think we've done that a few times. But for the most part, we tore up rags and old clothing. Perfect. See how that, it's not too thick, it's just perfect. I love this. Okay, so now we're going to glue our stick right up in there, and I'm going to glue this whole area tight around there. So it's going to take a bit of glue. See if I can turn this so you can see it. I'm just going to glob a whole bunch in there. Put my stick in. There we go. And then glue it shut. Did I get enough? Nope. Need a little bit more over here. Okay. And some of the glue is going to come out a little bit, but that's okay. Woo, hot. Okay. Jeez, get off. Okay. Not too bad. It's still oozing. I'm going to let that dry a minute while I get all of these strings off me. They need to make a glue stick that's not, that doesn't leave strings. I want to invent that thing. I was trying to put a new glue stick in and it's still not all the way through there. All right, come on. Get off. All right, how are we doing? Pretty good. Okay. For my base, my little, it just looks like a bag that if you buy a live tree, they tie the roots up in burlap. And I had gotten an old burlap, well, it wasn't old, it was a brand new burlap table runner at Walmart for $10. And I have gotten a lot of projects out of that and still have a whole bunch left. So I cut out a square. Yeah, I cut out a circle. I don't even know my shapes. I cut out a circle. I used a dinner plate and drew around it and then cut out my circle. I'm hoping that it's big enough. And I'm going to put this in the center. You know what? This circle is not going to be big enough. Nope, I need to make a bigger circle. Well, let's do that. Okay. I thought that dinner plate would be like too big. Guess not. To go around all that sand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the circle that I have and I'm just going to draw around it bigger. Bigger-er. Let's see. I might be able to use this. Tell you what, I'm going to draw around and see. Make sure my paper's underneath me. I don't want to put a marker on my table. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball it and go around here a little bit. All right. Fold it in half. Let's see. And make it, yeah, let's try it. I have so much glue on my thumb. Okay, so I folded it in half. I'm just going to cut around. And this does not have to be a perfect circle because you're not going to see that. Oh, I'm cutting my newspaper too. There we go. Come on. And I'm going to cut just on the inside of the black line because you don't really want to see that on your project. Oh, that looks better. Okay. Where's my sand? Here it is. All right, so I'm going to put this in the center and I'm going to pull this up. Now for the ones that I did here, I used the baker's twine to go around, and that's cute. But I think for this one, I'm just going to use the regular jute twine. And you're just going to bring it up all the edges. Okay. Like that. So you have your sandbag in there. Make sure you have all your edges popped up. And none of them are tucked under like that one. There we go. And you're going to tie it off. Maybe. There we go. You're going to tie it off like that. Kind of looks like a little bag of money or something. All right, now open it up. And I have, even though I tied it tight, I still have a hole there. And that is where my stick is going to go through. And to secure it, I'm going to use a whole lot of hot glue. Cute! All right, I'm just going to pour it in there so everything sticks. And just kind of let it dry. Is that not cute? You can make a whole forest of these. I think it turned out really cute. And what? Not even a half hour. So if you're interested in making one of these and you want to keep this video, just put it on your page. Save it to your page, or show all your friends, and maybe you guys can get together and everybody can make one. Very quick and very fun, and I think they turned out really cute. So if you're interested in seeing more of my videos, hit the little follow up there. Again, I am Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY, and I hope you have a great Sunday. Kick back, keep your jammies on, and just enjoy the day. Thank you so much, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye.